where you learn the secrets of the social media through the social universe, and in many cases, the secrets of the universe itself. And during this segment, we have one of the best marketers in Phoenix on the air, and I feel honored to be able to have Sarah with us. Sarah is actually has her own company, her own marketing company, and she helps companies that are some of them Fortune 500, or they're getting close? There are some very, very large companies that she does the marketing for.
Yeah, I do it for quite a bit of different varieties. I kind of hit, the higher spectrums and the lower spectrums. Basically, bigger corporations. I hit like bigger corporations. Also, I hit the smaller companies that need that kind of small assistance just to get them up and running and going. It's not like a long-term contract. It's usually or short-term with the smaller companies. I just teach them the basics and how to do their marketing and how to be successful at it.
You bet. So she'll come in, be very hands-on. It's not that she's just going to tell you, okay, as a marketer, these are the things that you should do. She charges you a consulting fee, and she leaves, and then you're left with all the to-do list that she left behind. She actually will get her hands dirty, get involved with your organization, whether you're large or small. So if you're a mid-sized business, Sarah's the one for you. If you're a large company, Sarah's the one for you. She has a good resume of companies that she does marketing for that are large companies. And if you're a small company, then you also should choose Sarah as well. How's that for an endorsement?
Yes, right.
It's all about Sarah. So speaking of it being all about Sarah, what is the best way to contact you? If you don't want to give out your cell phone number on the air, I totally understand. But what are the best ways to get a hold of you?
Honestly, the best kind of contact to get a hold of me is usually just straight through my email, or it is contact over the phone.
Okay.
Because I try to be really personable with people, because then they're not just another number.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they're appreciated, and
Sure.
they know that I care about their business. And a lot of people are just going to be sent over to a 1-800 number. Somebody's randomly going to pick up, and then they don't actually talk to the person that's going to be helping them.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can also call me, and I'll get you in contact with Sarah at 480-296-1776. I know there's a little bit of change happening on the website. Do you have a website currently that you want people to go to?
At this time, I do have a website, but it is still in production as far as putting stuff together.
I know there's some changes.
It changes and stuff. So
direction.
I really kind of would like. I do have a LinkedIn page. If you do want to join me on LinkedIn, I do
Okay.
have that as well. So you can see me on there. You can see all of the.
Okay, if I spell your last name for them so they can find
Yes.
you? Okay,
Yes.
you can find Sarah Standiford. That's Sarah.
Right.
And then Standiford, help me out here, Standifird.
That's correct.
I got it right.
Yes.
Okay, very good. You never know with names, even if you've known somebody for a long time, that you might be missing out a letter. So, all right, so find her on LinkedIn. You can also go to YouTube and find this video will be placed on YouTube. You can find out why we are all so excited to bring her into the studio, and you'll get attached to her the very second that you watch these videos. So go to YouTube, type in Social Universe and Sarah Standiford, and you'll be able to pull that up. We normally have these on YouTube about a week after the show, so just kind of a word to the wise as far as that's concerned. So Sarah, tell us a little bit about how you got into marketing, and maybe some of your clients, why they're pulling you on and why you're having so much success.
Well, really what I got into marketing is really that, and then I think this is just an average American. I just one day woke up and I did not like my job. And I walked in and I left my job, and I was going to go for my dream, and my dream was marketing. And that's kind of how I began. I was already in the process, but that's how it really started. And because I was going to follow my dream, and I did, and absolutely. And in that time frame, of course it was a struggle at first, but all of a sudden now, just out of the blue, I started picking up huge contracts. I'm with Phillips Law Group. I have Liberty Tax. I have 14 branches for Liberty Tax. And then also, I have a medical center that I actually do some marketing for as well. And then I also picked up a smaller business, which is a new haircut place where it's memberships only for men. So, I pick up a variety of different businesses to just, and every business is different. They're not all the same, and the reasons why they appreciate my business is because I'm all about relationship building. I'm all about networking, and I'm all about setting those up for them, setting it up to the point where it's always a resource for them to get extra referrals or extra business that's coming along the way, or even just knowing some person from face to face, and then be able to work and conduct partnership with them as well.
Absolutely. One of the reasons that Sarah and I connected so well is that I have a technology background, and Sarah loves to get technical when it comes time to the marketing. So, for example, she sat down with a client. I won't tell you who it is to protect the innocent, but they actually had, if I could, I don't know of any other way to say it than a complete and utter underutilization, or you could also call that waste, of a lot of tools that they have. For example, they weren't utilizing their employees. Their employees would sit around maybe 8 hours of the day, and 3 hours of the day they were slammed. And so during that 3 hours, it's kind of like the firemen. I mean, we don't get mad at the firemen for watching TV all day or working out and getting very tough so they can get on the calendar or whatever it is. But when it comes down to fighting that fire, we want to make sure they're there, and we don't mind paying the fireman a pretty good salary in order to be there because he's worth it. So this particular business that I'm talking about, I'm not denigrating the fact that it was important that they pay their employees even when they had downtime. But what's important is that Sarah came in and said, look, you're paying your employees during 8 hours of downtime. Let's have them do some marketing and do some outreach during that 8-hour period. And I can guarantee you that there will be probably in the hundreds of percentile that she will probably double, triple, or in other words, 100, 200 to 300% increase is going to be my guess that you hear, when she takes on that client.
Absolutely, and really, it's all about how you view it, and also training. I think training is a big aspect in just any business you have, is having the proper training for them. Doing business marketing and teaching them how to communicate with that client in an appropriate way, or even in just in a business way. I always say I'm not the marketer, I'm the marketing professional. I know exactly, what to do as far as building that relationship with them. So now and then those are the techniques that the businesses do need to have, is really having that confidence that your marketer is out there and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely. So what I love about Sarah, not only does she have a technological background, so in other words, what I didn't complete my thought on the last one is that 8 hours of employee use, the reason why those employees couldn't be utilized properly is they didn't have their proper technology to be truly optimized and utilized at their truest, highest extent. And so she went in and said, you know what, we need to do this. And she told the business owner, you need to do this. And I'm not saying he was exactly excited about it at first, but when he realized, this is, even though it's an additional cost, it is something that is now going to multiply by, like we talked about, 100, 200, 300% in the future. So what I like about Sarah, and if you feel that your business has some odds and ends, that you just don't know quite how to turn those odds and ends into a good marketing program, Sarah is the person for you. So for example, with another very huge client, I'm going to give the quote, but still, again, I would just suppress it unless you want to release it later, of who actually said this. But the quote from a very, very happy, very, very large client was, when Sarah came in, we actually got rid of our previous marketing director, and within a couple months, Sarah did more in a couple months than our previous marketing director had done in the last 3 or 4 years. So she gets out there and really makes it happen. In that particular case, what I can attest to is that what they had was a raw material. They had a great name. They were well branded, and all they had to do, if you really think about professional networking, because we talk about on the show about 25% of the time we talk about professional networking. And if you think about the power of professional networking, if you're well branded, everybody wants to meet you. So all of a sudden, Sarah, not only being a beautiful person herself, but she worked for a beautiful company. So that combination of credibility with a beautiful person, went out there, everybody wanted to meet her, be involved, and she got great results. So I would love to say that she has a one-size-fits-all for all of you, but each of you are a little bit different, and that's why I brought Sarah on the show, is to kind of stimulate some creative thinking, where you may not know what kind of marketing you're going to do until Sarah shows up, and then she'll see what your raw materials are, put them together in the least expensive way possible, utilize everything you have, and put it all into a big jar and make you lots of money.
Right, and that's what I'm good at.
She really is good
I
at
am
that.
very, very, very good at that. You know, and the one thing I do want to say about myself is I'm not just marketing, I'm not just advertising. I actually come from a business finance degree. And so I understand, you know, that, you know, in business, you know, it's the little tweaks and trades, what you need to do, and how to try to make that budget go a long way. And those are the little things that I put together in any kind of marketing plan that I put for every single business. Every marketing plan is different because I accommodate what the business need is. It's not what, you know, I just want to prefer. No, it's just the need. Not every marketing technique is going to fit every single business. But if I can make it to a point where I know that I can generate profitability as far as revenue, absolutely. And I know I'm going to make sure that that does happen. I do want everybody to be successful in their business because I'm very passionate as being an entrepreneur myself, and picking up these bigger contracts and really looking at the outside point of view, you know, is something that I'm really passionate, because I'm here to help people. I'm not here to take from. I'm just here to help them grow.